Hey guys, Nikiluga here, and today I just want to make a quick video on how to set up tails for browsing the deep web, etc. So first, you want to go on whatever browser you're using, and you want to look up Tails OS. Then you're going to go to tails.boum.org, and I'll have all these links in the description. Now you're going to click install Tails OS. Let's take a journey. You don't really have to read this. If you're using Windows, click Windows, Mac OS, Linux, etc. You get the gist. Then you're going to click install from Windows because I am using Windows. Then you're going to click Let's Go. And scroll down. Now you're gonna click download and verify. And now you just want to grab the Tails 2.11 ISO image, or whatever the latest version is. Then you're also going to want to get the Tails 2.11 OpenPGP signature, and you're also going to want to get the Tails signing key if this is your first time installing Tails. If it is not, you do not need the Tails signing key. Now, what you're going to need is GPG for Win if you're using Windows, which I already have installed. I'm assuming you already have this installed. Basically, GPG is for sending encrypted emails and encrypting files. So it is actually a very useful tool. Then, once you have all that downloaded, and it should take a while because it is a 1.2 gigabyte file, now you're going to want to look up Win32 Disk Imager, and just download it. Don't worry, it's not a virus. Okay, now you're going to want to close out Chrome. Now, once you've installed it, make sure you have GPA installed. But we're going to do this from the command line. Now, once you have it downloaded, map out to where you have it downloaded, and make a folder for Tails specifically. I have it by yeah, okay. So put the Tails ISO and the ISO.sig in the same folder. Now you're gonna go to File, Open Command Prompt, and then type GPG dash dash. Oh, let me make this full screen. Dash dash verify. And now you want the .sig. And now it's just gonna now it's just gonna verify that. And this should take a little bit of time. And there we go, it is done. Now I already know the GPG signature should look like this. It should say like failed to read or whatever, but make sure it has this exact text, which means that there is no MIM interference, man in the middle, which means like someone could like have something set up where when you download it, it'll like give you another file, since Tails is with the deep web, and obviously the reason you want it to be so encrypted instead to have this operating system on the deep web so that people don't trace you, so they could be subject to trace you. Now what you're gonna want to need is you need a USB stick, at least 4 gigabytes. I am actually using a 32 gigabyte stick, so I recommend that. Alright, so I have the USB stick now. I just had to actually go run to the store and get one. I already have Tails installed on this one. However, I am more than happy to wipe the drive and reinstall it just for YouTube. So if you have a USB 3 drive, to increase speeds, you want to plug into a USB 3 port. So I just plugged it in, format it. Okay, so it already is formatted. So if you do have a pre-formatted drive, this is what you're going to want to do. So you're going to Windows R key at the same time. Type in disk part, run it. Now what you're going to want to type is, when it loads, list space disk. Now my thumb drive is disk 3. As it is 28 gigabytes. Do not select your hard drive unless you would like to wipe your hard drive. Select disk 3, enter, and now you're gonna type list part, and now you're gonna select part 1. Select partition 1, and then delete part 1, override. Okay, that is not working. If that does not work for you, like it is not working for me, you're gonna want to type disk management, get to this, wait for it to load, and now you're gonna delete volume. Alright, now that is done, now you're gonna want to go back into disk manager, and you're gonna want to make a new simple volume. Otherwise, Win32 Disk Imager will not be able to read it. Just assign it whatever letter you want. I would just name this Tails. And finish. Alright, there we go. Now, what you're going to want to do is open Win32 Disk Imager. Yes. So yeah, it's already selected drive G as default, but if it is your hard drive, you want to change that because you do not want to write this directly to your hard drive. They actually normally come out with weekly updates for this, so you want this to be on a thumb drive so you can easily do this like weekly. Not there. Now just navigate to where you have the ISO, and it's looking for .img. However, .iso should work just fine. Now you're gonna click write, and just gonna have to wait for this to go by. Alright, the write was successful. Now what you want to do is close out of Win32 Disk Imager. Now in this drive, do not open it. Now what you want to do is you want to eject the disk, and the part at the computer is done. Now what you have to do is you have to take out the drive, which is in my hand right now, and then you have to boot onto it from a different computer. This is best done with a laptop as a design for that, and I will be using a laptop, so I will see you there. Alright, so now I actually have to use my desktop because my laptop is dead. I have the thumb drive in my hand, and let's go over to the PC and plug it in. Now, just restart your PC. I have a button to do that on mine, and just wait for it to boot up. Then, if you don't already know how to get into the boot options menu, mine is F11. Now I just select this, and now you should be brought to a screen that looks something like this, if it will focus. Now it just auto-booted for me, but just boot Tails for you. Now just press end, so you can make sure it's booting correctly, and you'll just see the terminal and stuff. Again, I recommend you do this on a laptop, not a desktop, because it looks very bad on a desktop. Alright. And, here we go. So, welcome to Tails. Now, more options. Normally you can just click no, but in this case, let's click yes, so you can see what's here. So, here you can set up a username and password. Again, sorry I'm not screen recording this, but you can't really spoof MAC address, and, yeah, so, you can just change these settings if these apply to you, but these do not apply to me. So just log in. I know you're like, oh, why didn't you set a password? Well, this is an amnesic operating system. Tails actually stands for something. The A in Tails stands for amnesic. And what that means is whenever you restart the computer and unplug the USB drive, it wipes itself. So you do not, it doesn't save any of your data. Now, I am already connected to the Wi-Fi as I am plugged in with Ethernet, but if you're not, you can sign into your Wi-Fi here. Then you just wait about 5 minutes, and Tor should be ready, and you are able to access the internet. And from here, it's basically self-explanatory. Just press the Windows key, and over here, it's not really focusing, but that's the Tor browser. And the Tor browser should pop up, and you are now browsing the internet completely anonymously. You can go to .onion sites. I am not going to tell you any. And just a quick note, once you have the Tor browser set up, go over here and put forbid scripts globally on. I just recommend that. I think it is recommended also. Also, do not put Tor in full screen, or they'll be able to read from your hard drive. I have no clue how they do it, but they can. So that wraps up the video, and goodbye.